Welcome again. I'm glad to have you on board as we continue with these word processing lessons. This is my second lesson. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to discuss about how to add images, how to print, and how to save your documents. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the fundamental concepts that you need to understand as a word processor user or operator. So we talked about various concepts like typing the document, how to format the document. All those concepts were covered. An interesting and an exciting content. Kindly go there and watch. If you missed it, you'll be able to get the description you'll be able to see the link in the description section so that you can go to watch that video. And today we are going to focus on images. So the first thing I want to introduce to you is that when you talk about images, images are very important, are very key to make your document more interactive and more engaging. Sometimes people get tired by just looking at mere words. Sometimes they want you to add some pictures to create a visual impression in whatever thing you're trying to communicate. So it's a very important concept, and therefore there's need for you to understand. Now let's dive in and see how you can go to add an image. So in order for you to add an image, you just click on Insert tab at the top here. So I click on Insert tab, and then I go to this option for illustrations. You can see where it's written illustrations here. So I got in this section, and then I go to its written picture. So there are many more illustrations you can go to use. And we have got online pictures if you want. You have got shapes. You can go to create some kind of diagrams using these shapes. You can go for smart art in case you want to deal with processes. Maybe you want to show us some kind of process that is supposed to take place. Charts if you want to bring in the to summarize the data or the information into a chart form. And then we have screenshot. It's also allowed in this case. But in this video, I'm going to focus on the first option, and that is the picture. So how do you add a picture? You click on picture, and then on the picture area, you are supposed to select the picture directory. Where exactly is that picture located? So I have a number of pictures here, but I'll focus on this one. So I'll just go to the download directory, and then I'm going to look for a photo that I'll be able to use in this example. So I'll click on this option here, and then I'll go to insert. So you click on that picture that you've selected, and then you go to insert. So insert, it is going to place the picture where the cursor is. For example, the cursor was at the end of this particular paragraph, not even at the end, at the middle. You can see the way it has scattered my text. So you need to go back. So I've just used Control plus Z to go back to the initial text the way it was, Control plus Z. So I can be able to put my cursor below here, and then I can go to insert, and then I go to picture, and then I go to that picture that I had already selected. So I just go back there. Now, one thing that I've just made it an emphasis is that the text or the picture will be placed at the cursor position. So if you have put it inside or between text, it is going to place the picture there. So if you have put it at the end, it's going to place the text. It's going to place the photo below there. So you can see by this by that statement is that my photo has been added at the end of that particular text. Now, how do I create a synergy, or how do I create that consistent flow of my text around the photo? So that's what we call word wrap, or what we call wrap text. So what do we mean by the word wrap text? By wrapping text is that the text is surrounding the image in that document. Yeah. So for instance, I select the picture here, and then I go here and apply what we call, for example, I go here and I apply what we call in front of text. So you can see in front of text is going to bring my photo on top of the text that I've just written. You can see the way it's appearing. So I've applied what we call a wrap text to allow my photo to be at the top of the image. Yeah. Now, supposing you're not interested with that, you can go for many other wrap text. So you can go for behind text, you can go for top, bottom. You can go for all these options that there are through options is also there, and many other options. But for this one, I'm just going to concentrate on this first one. Now, the next concept I want to show you is how do we crop, or how do you remove unwanted areas? So you can look at this photo is good, but the problem is that it has got some unwanted area. The only part that I want is this particular, from these hands up to the top, and that is exactly what I want. So how do you get rid of the rest of this particular picture? So the first thing you need to do, you click on crop, and then you use the anchor points that have just been labeled black, so that you hold down the left button on your mouse and then drag appropriately to where you want that at that where you want to remove the unwanted part. So that's what I'm doing in this case. So I go down here, and then I go down here, and then I select also this part down here, and then I can also be able to resize my picture after that. So the moment you have selected the wanted part, in order for you to get rid of the unwanted part, you click anywhere outside that picture. So by so doing, you remove what is unwanted in this case. Now, the next thing that I want to do is just sometimes I want to position maybe the text here, the photo here, and then I want to apply positioning. So in case I want to apply positioning, I just click on that text or that photo, and then I go to a certain position. So by so doing, you can see the moment I do that, it is going to place that wording around that particular picture. So you can see the way it is. So it has started from this particular point. You write whatever you are supposed to write. The moment you reach this particular point, it's going to start from this side, going up to this particular end. So let's try that. Let me copy this text along. So for example, I want to copy this text. I want just to copy up to this point, move to the entire thing, to that point, and then I copy this, and then I paste it down here. So by default, you can see that what is happening is that immediately the end of that picture, the text will start moving again from the margin going up to the other side. So that's what we call a position. So you position your text at that particular point. Yeah. Now going further, there are also other formatting features you can go to apply on the image. So they are also what we call remove background. So sometimes you want to get rid of the background, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing here. So you have corrections also. You can be able to correct your images. We have got many suggestions how you want the text to appear or how you want the photo to appear. You can go for any correction that you want. Then we have for color. You can also be able to color your text. You can also be able to apply artistic effects on that particular text. And then you can also be able to apply the borders around that text, that photo. So for example, I can go for this border here. And then in this particular area of the border, we have also the weight. You can also be able to apply various weights. For example, I can be able to apply that weight there. Yeah, you can see how it looks nice in this particular case. And then you can as well be able to apply other features, you can also be able to apply picture effects. So you can be able to have some shadows, that effect on that picture. You have got reflections, we have got glow, and then we have got four soft edges, we have got the bevel. So for example, if I want to apply bevel on this particular photo, you can also be able to do that depending with your look and feel in this particular case. So that's how you can be able to interact with the image in Microsoft Word. Now, going further, we have got what we call saving. How do you save the document? So the next thing that you need to do, you just use Control plus S to save the document. So the moment you use Control plus S, it's a shortcut key that enables you to save the document. But in case you are not okay with that, you can also be able to use the save icon at the top here at the quick access toolbar. So when I click on this option, I just go to this PC, select this PC, you go to desktop, where you want to save the document, and then you can use an example, a name like example. So that is the file name that you want to use. And then after doing that, you just click on save. So the moment you click on save, this is going to change. Where it was written document 1, it has changed to be example. That is the file name that we're using in this case. So that's how you save the document. There are two ways. You have Control plus S, or you can use the icon at the top there for saving. And then last but not least is how to print. So you just print by pressing Control plus P on your keyboard. So by so doing, it is going to bring this dialog box here. Now, when I click on print, it's basically going to execute that task. And it is going also to ask you how many copies do you want. So if you have 100 copies, you're supposed to enter here. You are also supposed to select the printer. So which printer are you going to print the document from? So this is what exactly you need to do before you print. So select the printer where the document is supposed to be printed from. And then after doing that, you're supposed to select how do you want to print these pages? Is it all pages? Is it even pages? Is it odd pages? Select all that options here. So you can see we have got a bunch of selections that you can go to make in this case. Yeah, so select appropriately. Now the next thing is that how do you want to print this text? Is it one page one, for example, they're saying that print one-sided. It means that the text is only located on one side of the paper. Or in case you want the text to appear on both sides of the paper, you're supposed to select print on both sides. That is the options that you're supposed to select. Then you have collected. Collected means that you can be able to select specific pages that you want to interact with. Then we have got orientation. How do you want the text to appear? Is it in landscape or is it in portrait mode? So that is an option you also need to take. Then we need also to take the page size. Now, for example, we're talking about the letter, then the normal margins, and then finally we have one page per sheet. So it means that when I print that every content, every page, in each and every page, we are also in each and every sheet we are going to have only one page. That's exactly what that means. After you have done all these settings and you are happy with what you're seeing, you go ahead and just click print. So by so doing, you have sent that document to the printer for production. So that's how you can go to print the document. That's how you can go to save the document. And finally, that's how you can be able to interact with the images in your Word document. So thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye bye.